Minefields pose a deadly threat to attacking forces, but waiting for combat engineers to clear the minefield while enemy fire rains down from above and counter-attack forces mobilize can be even more lethal and drain away any benefit from surprise and shock. The mine-clearing line charge, MCLC, thus, was developed by several armies to accelerate the process of punching through minefields. The Soviet-developed Ir-77 Meteorite, also dubbed the Goronich Serpent after a dragon from Slavic mythology, was designed to blast a 6-meter-wide lane through anti-tank minefields, allowing armored vehicles to pour through. The launcher on a Ir-77 Meteorite is loaded with two 90-meter-long UP-77 line-capable charges, which can be projected by the launching rocket up to 500 meters away. The shockwave from the 3/4 ton of plastic explosives inside the cable is adequate to set off anti-tank mines nearby. The Meteorite shares a common hull with the ubiquitous 2S-1 self-propelled howitzer and is typically dispatched in two Vehicle Engineering Mobility Support Detachments, UDS in Russian, also including IMR-2 armored engineering vehicles. The UDS are farmed out to support infantry and tank battalion tactical groups assigned to seize and defend ground. The linear charges also can be used to blast through barricades and other anti-vehicle obstacles. However, Russia has furthermore used its Ir-77s to project linear charge cables directly onto enemy positions in combat, a practice dating back to the First Chechen War. This didn't always work according to plan. In one incident near Grozny, a Ir-77 killed 28 Russian Special Forces operators in a friendly fire accident. But in the Second Chechen War, Ir-77s and Tu-1 flamethrower rocket artillery were extensively used to flatten and rubble-ize Chechen communities. Most infamously, Ir-77s swept away buildings in the encircled town Komsomolskoye in March 2000, where hundreds of Chechen fighters under rebel leader Ruslan Gelayev were holding out. More than a decade late, Ir-77s operated by Assadist forces in Syria were used to smash 90-meter swathes out of neighborhoods in Damascus. In 2015, when Russian troops stormed the Ukrainian-held Donetsk International Airport, they again employed Ir-77s offensively, along with huge 2S-4 240mm mortar systems, to smash open an airport terminal Ukrainian paratroopers had held for many months. In a true case of projection, in February 2022, Russian disinformation specialists disseminated rumors that Ukraine's own Ir-77 vehicles were being masked for an attack on separatist-held territory shortly before Russia invaded Ukraine. Russia had supposedly introduced a successor to the Ir-77, the Ir-07M, based on the hull of the BMP-3 fighting vehicle, back in 2013. This has sturdier steel armor and can launch UZP-06D cable charges with a range of up to 1 kilometer, but it has not been seen in action in Ukraine to the author's knowledge. Russia also fields the trailer-based Ir-83P MCLC, which can be carried on the back of a truck. This was transferred to Donbas separatists alongside Ir-77 prior to the war. One was recorded causing a huge explosion in Marinka in July 2019. Ukraine has Ir-77s too, and has used them to attack separatist entrenchments in the past. The use of explosive devices to destroy enemy strongpoints dates back many centuries and is not intrinsically unethical. However, weapons that create corridors of destruction stretching nearly the length of a football field do have a high potential for collateral damage, killing civilians when cables full of plastic explosives strung over the roofs of their homes are detonated. In principle, then, the use of broad area of effect weapons like the Ir-77 or Tu-1 should be confined to places with little or preferably no civilian population nearby. Unfortunately for those still dwelling in eastern Ukrainian communities like Rubin, Russia's highly destructive war leaves one little reason to believe that will be given much consideration.